Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. My name is Joella and I'm the founder of Shikasa, and we are hosting this self-defense workshop. Shikasa is a female-only professional members club where we encourage women to lead holistic, healthy lifestyles. So this is why we are doing this self-defense workshop, because we wanted to help our members. But not just our members, we wanted to take it to the wider public, because we know how important it is right now for us to be able to protect ourselves. So we have invited Professor Junior Kisto from the Golden Eagle Martial Arts Academy to come give us a self-defense workshop. Mr. Kisto has been doing martial arts for over 40 years. He has been traveling all over the world, competing, giving seminars, and we are so very happy to have him here. So we're not going to have you wait any longer. We are now getting ready to learn some techniques that will help us women. Yes? Let's bring on Mr. Kisto. Thank you. So, we are now ready for you to tell us what things we can do. And just give us advice, let us know.
It's good to be here to pass on information to you ladies, because we are in a crisis. And self-defense is something that is very important. And everybody should learn to defend itself, especially females, because when we look around today's world, we see what is happening. So it's important that ladies learn at least something that will preserve their life. So it's important. The techniques that we're going to learn today, it is not, you will not become a superstar with the techniques.
Understood.
It will to give you enough time to get away, to get help, assistance. And that's the main purpose. So it wouldn't be extra complicated techniques, simple things that you have on you that you can use to prevent an assailant from taking advantage of you. Because remember, when somebody confronts you outside in the street, their intent is to cause harm to you. So your intent must be stronger than theirs to survive. So, having said that, we can get started.
Okay, so what we're learning to do is really protect ourselves, because we're not going to be strong fighters and learn everything. We are learning just to get away as fast as possible.
Right. You all could become efficient with it.
Okay.
You all have to be consistent. You have to enroll in a program and start training. Then and only then will you become efficient with it.
Okay.
But for now, what we're gonna do is just gonna give you little tips, little movements that you can do so that you'll be able to protect yourself if somebody decides to attack you. What do I do? Do I freak out? Do I give up? Right? You have the right to protect your life. Right? So let's get started.
Okay, great.
Right? So what we're going to do is understand about the body first to begin. When we talk about the body, there are certain points in the body that we call weak points and target areas. The target areas that we're going to use is we have the eyes, we have the throat area, we have the neck area, we have the solar plexus, we have the groin area, we have the knees, we have the elbows, right? We even have the temple area here now. Be mindful if someone is struck in the temple, that could cause death. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with basically understanding what part of your body to strike with. So we're going to start with our basic strike that is easy for everybody to do. It's called a palm heel strike, using palm here. So this heel of your palm fits nicely straight to the nose bridge. Right, I don't know if you ever get touched in the nose, or ever get punched in the nose, then you know the feeling, alright, because it's a very painful thing. Your eyes begin to water, you can't see, and that will give you enough time to get away. So we're going to start our basic strike, palm heel strike. So we're going to start with the palms, hands up in front of you like this. So come on ladies, let's fall in on the side, you know what I mean? Let's fall in on the side. We're going to start hands up like this, and we're going to start palm. We're going to start with the left palm first, straight to the nose, followed by the right palm. Boom. So we're going to start again one more time. Hands in front. One left, followed by the right. Straight to the nose. The target area is the nose, alright? So we're going to try to push the nose right back up into the brain. So scroll, right? But remember, the guy that's going to attack you his intention is even worse than that. So we're gonna start like here. 1, palm, 2, palm. Again, one more time. 1, straight to the nose, 2. Nice. One more time. Palm, 1, 2. 1, and 2. Right, now the reason why your hands are here is simple. It will look simple, right? It will look like if I'm pleading, alright? Example. Just for example, so it might look like I'm pleading, but we also have, apart from the palm to the nose, we also have this. So you can imagine somebody come to attack you and they do like this, please, please, pop straight to the eye. What do you think will happen to them? This is what we're going. There's enough time to exit. Get help and to exit, alright? So we're gonna combine it like here. 1, 2, and then we're gonna smash the ears. Right? And then wham! Look at this. To see how this is over the ears like this and just tapping it a little bit like this here. See how that feels? Now imagine it did like this. Over the person's ears. What would happen? Bust the eardrums. Never be the same again. Alright, the ear will be ringing for weeks and weeks to come. So we're gonna start like here. 1, 2, 3, and as we grab the head from right there and put it into that knee, straight to the groin, boom! And then we make tracks that way, the opposite direction. We make tracks the opposite direction, right? So we go again, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out that way. Simple but effective. All we need to do is just drill these things over and over and over again. Sometimes it might not be, we might not even need all that. We might just need this one, bam! And the person might go like this. This is all you need to get. Do not engage, just get away. That's all you need. Right? Okay, one more time. So the palm, let's go ladies. Let's see what you got. Let's see what we got. Come on ladies, let's go. Left palm, ready? Let's go. 1, 2, smash it. 3, bring that knee in. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that, look at that. First time, never did it before, right?
Is it done fast, slow?
Okay. A guy comes to attack you. Right? Let's say for example, we're gonna do it now, we're gonna do it now. This is just strikes we did here.
Yeah.
So let's say the guy gonna attack you now. You're gonna smack you. You wanna smack you to the next century. Alright? Okay. That's why our hands are here.
Oh, okay.
So as he goes to smack, we're gonna block with one hand like this. Right? We're gonna block with one hand like this. Then we're gonna palm to the nose, smash the ears, grab the knee into the groin, and make tracks. Right? So look how it works. Look how it works. Yes, right.
Okay.
Right. So hands up. So I'm gonna smack, alright?
How?
So slowly, 1. See, that's the hand that block. Look at where that palm is already set. Straight to the nose. Right. Now grab, smash. That's it. Now pull him into the knee, right into the groin. Right. And that's when you go that way.
Okay. So you just have to be, from the time somebody comes to attack you, get your hands ready. This is your like reflex.
Okay. So let's explain something about that. There's something called personal space. Alright, personal space is about that 3-foot area and simple. That's your personal space. I can be from here and engage you in a conversation. Right? It's your right to protect yourself.
Understood.
When I am here and you are across there, I'm not in your personal space. I can say what I want right there. From every time I step like this, across the 3-foot line, rule is engage. So in a case like that, right? In a case like that, I'm stepping into the rule here. Palm to the nose one time. Have no waiting.
Oh.
Have no wait. I do not understand. So as I'm coming here, I just step here, palm to the nose one time.
Oh.
And get out of it.
Oh.
So it's about learning about your body language and looking at things. When you're confronted by somebody, you need to protect yourself. So you need to ensure that your personal space is not invaded. Once your personal space gets invaded, act quickly. And you decisively, straight to the nose, kick to the groin, and go in the opposite direction. Scream and bawl for help, and
Okay.
so it's simple, alright? And that's just using your basic hands, nothing much, alright? So let's get busy again. One more time. We're gonna work with it again. Ready? So we're gonna start like that. So we're gonna imagine these smackers when they come in. So we're gonna block, palm, smash the head, knee to the groin, and run. Opposite direction. Knee to the groin and get out in the opposite direction. Now sometimes all it might mean is just this, boom, straight to the nose. And by the time you sail and get to the nose, he might go like this. That will give you enough time to get out.
So the idea is the first time that he seems kind of off, and if he's off for enough, if he's off his game for enough, that's when we should look to get away as fast as possible.
Let me understand what it is. You see this 6-inch area here? This is where everything is. His intent is here. Going to do something bad to you if I'm thinking about it. So if I'm thinking about doing something bad to you to cause harm to you, then you must take my mind off that.
Okay.
And how do you take my mind off of that? If I go to attack you, I go to attack you with bad intentions. So my bad intentions is to smack you into the next entry. You block and you stop that one time and counter with a palm straight to the nose. Right? That messes me up.
Okay.
It messes me up for a fraction of a second, give you enough time to get away.
Okay.
Right? So that is what you want when you do something. You don't need to engage to try to beat nobody, you just need to do something to distract them to get away from the situation.
Okay.
Right? I have with me also one of my sons, CJ Hamlin. He has been training for a number of years as well. Right? Right? This is a Hamlin. He's already think we reside here, right? So we will just demonstrate here some of the stuff that we do, alright? So in a case like that, the guy try to smack you again. This is how it works. He try to smack you, block, palm to the nose right here. Right? Palm to the nose. This, no, notice the difference in height. That's the next thing. Sometimes techniques have to adjust. So he comes like that, boom. It's hard to reach up there to try to get it. Don't freak out, you know. Look at this. One, boom, look there, boom, straight up inside there. And leg tracks. So as he comes to smack, one, this will throw his head back. This will throw his head back like this. Exposing the groin. Straight inside there. Now don't try to kick it. Your whole foot goes straight up inside there. Whoosh. And then up direction. So you know what's gonna happen. You wanna try it? I know you wanna try it.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead. So the smack him. See, he's a big guy, right? Look like one open, right? Look, it's just like football. Let's raise the foot like this, straight up to the ground. No fancy stuff.
But
Not only one again, go. One. Right, so all you're doing is like this. Look at it. 1, 2. This will throw your head back. 3, straight up inside it. Boom. Right up here. Boom. And then boom.
because there is some way that you have to push it up.
Right, once
That's
to hit.
Yeah,
Boom.
tempting.
This head will throw back like this.
Okay. Okay.
So this is what you're doing actually here. This. Imagine that on his nose.
Oh.
Right, your hand might be that so you're using the heel part here, this part here, straight in the nose. This is the strongest part here. Right in the nose.
So here, not
Here, there, like that.
not
Not
touch,
here.
don't get your wrist.
Right here, right here. This is where it's strong. Take your hand and do this. Right? That's where you're striking with. That's the area striking with, straight to the nose. Right? So that's something simple. That's just with your hand alone, alright?
Understood.
So the guy, the next scenario, the guy grab your hand, he's big, and he decide to pull you. What are you gonna fight? No. Again, he's bigger and stronger than you, right? So again, he's gonna pull it like this. I resist, and he's gonna pull a little stronger now. I just fly straight. You see where my hands come? Straight to the straight. Because he did everything to himself. So I didn't do anything. I just resist because I set him up. So I pull like over the gamma and he pull it up, boom, straight up inside. That will cause, then you go that way. So we have here 1, 2, same thing again, 3, boom, straight. You can kick to the knees because you can put the knees here, you can kick straight back up to the groin, and then you get away there. Alright? So let's try that. So the guy gonna pull it, grab you here, you're gonna pull back to resist, like you're gonna resist, and then it's like a, you know that elastic, you have an elastic when you pull it and you stretch it like this, and then let it go, what happens? It comes back together like this, you be the elastic. So you're gonna pull, stretch it, and then pull, boom, straight inside it. Right? And everything else can come after that, but we're not doing that. Just keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. 1, 2, 1, straight inside it. This wouldn't be holding again, because this will go to do this. Right? Take your hand and then let's do this. See how that feels. It's not nice. So imagine this was like this amount of pressure. Right? Your nose will start to bleed, your eyes will start to run water, you'll be down like this. Alright? It'll be a wrap. Alright? So that's just simple things that we can do. If you have your keys. There's a key on that. If you have your keys, I'll show you how you can use your keys. Simple things that you have in your purse you can use. Simple things. You have a key. Right, you always have a key in your hand. Look at this. Always have a key in your hand. When you put it here, right, this, you always have a key. So the guy can't attack you again. Same in hands, boom, here. Or straight to the ribcage right there with the keys.
So this key thing, because I know we've always been told that, but it really does work.
Okay. Take the key, push it there. Next, stick it.
Oh.
Right, you see how it feels?
So it's just a matter of knowing where to use it.
So
because I've always heard to put the key, but it's just knowing where to use it.
Yep.
Is this possible to use this on the nose as well?
Yeah, you can use it to the face. But remember, if you use that to somebody's face, it's slip, right? It'll never be the same, right? But with all the society, the intended person. So where you're at, you're not 6 feet.
Okay, so
Better he stay blind.
Sometimes it's just a distraction in the
It's a distraction, right?
so maybe the next workshop that we'll be doing will be with the law enforcement to tell us what we can and cannot do to defend ourselves. That's the next workshop.
Yeah. So you have your keys inside like this here, your hand like this, you could use it like as personal attack here. I think you grab the choke like this, you grab the choke right inside here, you can use it right here, whack straight inside here, or you can use it to the side right here, neck. So you're like this here, you're fighting like this, whack, keys right inside it, bang, right inside, it's a new day. Feel it go inside, go right. So come here, 1, 2, bam, and then that way. See what I did? I used my whole body weight to break that. So this keep digging into his neck like here. Then I'm gonna come down here and mash up this hand. I want him to hold, don't let go. Then I'm gonna come down here and mash up here. And I'm gonna take off here. And if you feel wicked enough, as you going back, attack and run. Pop that knee and go, right? This is nasty stuff, you know what I mean? But you gotta do something, right? So 1, grab you, pick you up. 2, key. You can go here if you want temple, but you know there's a wrap, right? But we won't do all that, right? That's just
Good.
right. So we go like here. 1, this and 2, boom, move away. Remember that? 2 things, not much, right?
So there is always a level of, with what you were just describing, there is some level of distraction as well.
Always distraction.
Always distraction.
Always distraction.
Because we can't really overpower really. So it's really
Always
distraction.
Always distraction. Because choke again, look at this. All his intention is to choke me out. That's his intention. I have seconds before I see dark shadows. Right? So as he comes to choke, I have seconds to react. So the first thing when somebody grab it to choke you is to tuck your chin like this. It gives you some time so that the fingers won't go under it. Once his tongue gets in under it, I don't care who he is. You can be master, professor, you can be the baddest man on the planet. Once them fingers lock inside it and grab your windpipe like this, it's a wrap. So your job is to keep your chin down, brace yourself, tuck your chin down and brace yourself. Right? Now we're gonna attack here. Boom with the keys. Down here. Elbow right here and this bicep here. Wham! Just bring it down. See what happened? Look at what's happening to his face. That's when it get advanced. See what happened? If I hit him here, look his face come to me here. It's in this here, right here. He right here. Right? But 1, simple. 2, down here. 3, away. 4, scream. Big noise.
I have a question though. When he was on the neck, and you keys to the neck, the first thing that we learned, the nose. Is that at all possible? I mean, yes, you try to avoid him getting to your neck properly, but can you do the nose, nose as well when he was attempting to
Sure. Sure. Boom. Bring it right here. One straight right there. Same thing. One, bang, and then go.
Okay.
That's what you want to do.
So the palm. If anything at all, we know for sure palm to nose. Palm to nose, push up to nose. That's a great distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Together.
Yeah.
by the way, how long this choking thing? If perchance we didn't see the choking coming, and we weren't able to lock your neck in time, how long does the choking really go?
Seconds. Seconds.
So we don't have much time to react.
No, because that cutting out the air. You understand? From your brain.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How often should we be practicing this for this to come as second nature?
Alright. That is where it's up to you. You guys need to be practicing it on a daily basis. Little escapes like this. Be practicing them going over right side, left side, over and over and over. So you don't have to think about it in a situation when you listen. We can do these things here now, and you can understand it. But remember, the parameters here set. Everything set. He's not going to try to hurt you. You know that. I know that. Because you're working out in the streets. It's not like that. You can't control him. His intention is to hurt. So you have to be ready to do what you have to do. Now, the thing is, repetition. I like to use this. When we get up in the morning, what's the first thing we do when we get off the bed?
Pray.
Do you think about that?
Nope.
After you pray, what do you do?
We really looking to go through my daily schedule.
No,
But I mean, you stretch and you go brush your teeth. And
Right.
No.
Do you think about that?
No.
It's automatic. So too your response should be automatic.
So this is what we need to do. We need to practice. We need to practice what we are doing to be able to get.
Definitely.
So what we are learning here, after learning it, we want to be able to always understand and appreciate. So therefore, it gets to automatically for us to be able to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's simple things. Block, strike. Block, palm. Block, palm. Block, palm. Block, left palm. Block, right palm. Block, left palm, knee. Simple things like that.
Okay. So I hope everybody is getting this. That definitely we're going with a blocking. You're pushing your nose. And remember, because some of us may be using our wrist, it's not your wrist, it's the heel. The heel of your palm here.
The strongest part of your wrist.
Okay, so this is the strongest part. And you're pushing this up to the nose.
Right.
And clapping head together.
Right.
And even if that's not necessary, knee to going, leg to going. And
Yeah.
is it knee to going, or do you kick? If you were to kick,
We have different options that you could use. You could use knee to groin, you could use knee to side. Legs like here, right? You could kick to the knees, because remember, if somebody wanted to hurt you, this is their transport. Yes?
yeah.
So if I take away your transport, then how are you going to follow?
Could you repeat that again?
Okay.
A little louder for me, a little louder.
Okay. If I come to do harm to you, these things that I have here that I'm standing on, this is my transport. This will take me from point A to point B. This will take me from here to there to do harm to you.
Yes.
If you now take away my transport, how could I reach you?
Okay.
Like a car have a flat tire. A
So
car
they-
with a flat tire can't move, you have to change the tire. If I break your knees, kick your kneecap in, hit you on your shin, how you running, how you following me?
Okay. So therefore trying to get to the groin or the leg.
Yeah.
So when we try to get to the groin or the leg with a kick,
that immobilizes the person for a fraction of a second. So if I kick, nobody will get kicked in the groin and do like this.
okay. And even kicking.
Nobody will do that. Anytime you get kicked in the groin, will do this.
And the knee is meant to bend this way. So
Right.
the knee cannot bend this way. So understanding that will help you.
Basic mechanics.
So even if
Come let me see that.
So look at this.
I said the knee is meant to bend this way, not
Yeah.
this way.
Uh-huh.
So if it goes too far here, you're gonna break this joint. Right?
Okay.
So
You'll never be the same again, right?
the simple front kick to the knee, you will immobilize the knee.
Right now, what even better at the 7 front kick is like in the scenario, the situation here where you try to choke me or try to smack me or something, and I tilt like this and I go down because the right here. All I need to do is just stamp on it and go that way.
But you know,
It's like this. This is your knee here, right? This is your knee here, right? So we did all this technique here. Bam! Bam! Break down the hand. Look his knee right there. I'm going that way. I'm gonna run that way, right? But I'm gonna leave you this and go this way, right? That's your knee.
okay. So I have a question.
Sorry.
Yeah. I have a question. If it is because realistically what is happening now, unfortunately, it's not just one attacker that is happening that is coming to women these days. They are coming in multiple, and they are also having weapons. So what are we going to do? Because we have learned when it's one attacker, which may be used for, because we know that the gender-based violence sometimes it's domestic, so that can be a one-on-one. But when we are out in these streets and we want to survive in these streets and they are now coming in packs or they are now coming with weapons, what can we do?
First thing is to be able to identify potential threats. Awareness.
Identifying the potential threats.
Identifying potential threats, which is like awareness.
Okay.
That's the first form of self-defense, being aware. Right? And if you are aware of a potential threat, then you remove yourself from that potential threat. And that's the first line of self-defense. Mission accomplished.
Okay.
Prevention is always better than cure.
So now that makes sense, yes, but when we are seeing that there are certain limitations with how we are able to be aware of potential threats. You know, so the threat just comes upon us. You know, we weren't able to know who was coming in or anything like that. This threat.
This is what we have to develop. I think everybody needs to develop this, a sense of awareness in terms of, we have something that we call tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is, I'm here now, we are here now, we're having a workshop, and this is me here. Focus.
Yeah.
Here, no, in the moment, right? Something might be happening across there.
Yeah.
Never aware of it. Right in the corner, right there. But because your awareness is limited, and you have this vision here, you can't see certain things. So I might be here teaching to you, and that door crack, and I see it. I'm aware of it. Somebody comes inside, I'm doing stuff here, I'm talking to you, but I'm aware somebody comes inside.
Okay, so I guess what you're saying is that part of what we need to do for self-defense as well is also just learning to be aware of our
Just surroundings.
always be aware, not be focused, which I guess is something that, yes, some of us at times may be, even though we are being more vigilant, we are hypersensitive, hyper aware of what is happening, so we need to focus more on just knowing that, yes, people are around and be careful about that.
What happens is that
Sorry, come here.
everything that you need to defend yourself in terms of being aware, you have everything that you need to be aware. Your natural senses. But what happens is it is so muted because we're operating in a safe environment. We go to to school, we go to work, and we're not using the senses that we have. But you have everything that you need. But what happens is that we have not caused ourselves to practice or to bring these senses to life, right? And that would mean on a daily basis, you need to now start activating those senses, right? So before you go in your car, you want to be looking around. You want to use, you have something called a peripheral vision. But how many of us use our peripheral vision, right? So I'm looking this way, but I could see movement as far back as, let's say, around here. I'm seeing somebody on my peripheral vision. But normally, I wouldn't pay attention to that. You need to start to pay attention to your senses, right? Your hearing, your sight, your peripheral vision, right? You need to just exercise yourself. And that's what Professor Kiss was saying.
Okay, so
Practice daily.
I guess I get that to an extent that we aren't, and some of us can be accused of that previously, that we do not practice our senses and being very aware. So unfortunately, this is something that we have to be very aware of overly aware of our senses. And we are, lots of what we're talking about is in a vehicle. That is a primary thing that's happening now. So when we get into vehicle, we don't have any control.
So we get in the vehicle. What checks do you put in place before you know it's safe to go in a vehicle? You have a system in place to know that, hey, okay, I'm traveling and I'm traveling in a vehicle. Okay, what kind of vehicle am I going to travel in? Did I scan the vehicle properly? Look at the passengers in the vehicle. Did I get a feeling like, nah, okay, not this one. And if you do go in the vehicle to travel, do you have a system in place where you could actually send a message to somebody, letting them know the vehicle number that you're in or something like that? Everybody have their phone. People that sit on a taxi and pick up their phone and watch Facebook and WhatsApp. So why you can't send a text message, the taxi number?
Even though, to be fair, some of us these days, we actually do not pull out our phones because remember, initially we were looking at not being robbed. So sometimes we don't pull out our phones.
Right.
But I understand and I'm getting what you're saying, because there are some of us who are also not using our senses and picking up on signs. So that is one of the things that, yes, we want to do. We want to pick up on senses, and that is understood. And we will be practicing that more. As women, we will be practicing that now. But what do we do when we're in an enclosed space? So let's say, because sometimes we get into this taxi or so, when there was just a driver, and we know that driver, and so we are comfortable. But the driver picks up, and sometimes it may not even be 2 or 3 men. It might be a man and a male and a female. The driver picks that up. So even because now we are very paranoid, so we are looking at everybody. What do we do when, or even if, not all the time do we know the driver, but it's an H car, and the driver starts to go the wrong way, and we're in a car, and we're not the only person in that car. Sometimes we may be, but what do we do? Is there anything that we can do?
Strike up a conversation, start talking. The first line of defense is your mouth, start talking. Strike up a conversation. That will throw him off. That will for a second, that will trip. If it's intention, that will throw him off. Say, you see what happened to that so and so and so and so? Yeah, but that real thing and where? Then start a conversation.
Okay, because
use technology. If remember we were speaking about that, we need to start developing different habits. Right?
okay.
So if you just put your mind to it a little bit, you will develop some habits. If you think you're safety, you can develop some habits that you could, start inculcating. Technology is one of them. You start feeling unsafe, you start making a call, start sending a message, things like that. Right? I know there are also some security
Features.
firms and persons in that field who can give you some ideas too. Right? You have different types of alarms, different types of security features that you can get. So we need to start doing a little research research and developing.
Because I guess no
Awesome,
matter
right?
what, there's only so much
Yeah, there's
that
only so
martial
much that you
arts,
could do.
that martial arts and self-defense
Yeah.
actual techniques can
Yeah.
do. Now we have to develop other things. So
Yes.
one was one of the basics that we should have been doing before, and especially now as the time is changing, we need to be aware of our surroundings. We need to be hyper vigilant. We need to be borderline paranoid. I mean, and long time we hearing about take the number. If you find things not looking too kosher, but now we need to actually be finding other things, because self-defense techniques, martial arts and fighting and but not necessarily the fighting, but the techniques are limited,
Yes.
are limited no matter what. Yes, we may believe that, yes, when we learn something, we're going to be like catching bullets with our teeth type of thing, but no. It was a short so long time.
Yeah.
You need to incorporate self-defense as an integrated approach.
Okay.
Right? Integrated meaning you want to use different media, different types of things to accomplish self-defense. Right? So that could be a number of things for an individual. And what would work for you may not work for somebody else. Right? Based upon your own situation. Because remember, we have family, we have kids, we have things like that. Professor spoke about something a while ago where sometimes you're going to get into the vehicle, but you feel it doesn't feel right. But why don't you start trusting your senses? You trust it in all different kinds of ways, but why don't you start trusting your senses? And the more you start refining those senses, the more accurate they're going to get, right? The reason why they're not so accurate is because you're not required to use them. We have a civilized society, so we go to the grocery, we get everything ready-made, right? Transport ready-made. We expect that we will go in our cars and be safe. But the society has shown us that you have persons out there who utilize that lack of awareness to get the jump on you, right? So we need to develop different habits and look at our situation, right? And really, put together a plan that is good for you.
Yeah.
Which incorporates, martial arts, technology, being aware, even looking at, where and how you move and things like that, where you choose to go.
Okay, so this is very interesting that the self-defense is an amalgamation of various things. So learning physical techniques, learning that is one aspect of it. But one thing of it that we have to be aware of is that we need to be hyper vigilant, look at your surroundings, trust your intuition, like be very aware that you need to, your first thing is to protect yourself using other methods. I think sometimes some of us may have thought, well, okay, we're going to do a self-defense workshop, we're going to learn some kicks and some things, and yeah, we're good. This will help us all. But no, what you are saying is that many other things need to be involved. And like what you described too, if we could practice using your mouth, because sometimes we have watched certain shows, and I mean these are shows, but they're the shows that are documentaries on real, where somebody talks their way out of it. So every way that we can get to learn.
There's a strategy. I have examples of that. I've been in a situation where I've been pulled up, robbed, in the sun, and a guy comes with a gun and approach him. No amount of martial arts.
Okay.
You see me.
Right.
The guy across there has a gun and you here. That's nothing you can do.
Right.
Right? But you have one defensive mode. Right? Tactful on what you see. The guy got the rug.
Yeah.
So my thing is that I'm working with the other man. The guy comes the rug. It's like, okay, well boss, I'm just like you. I poor just like you, I suffer just like you, I have nothing. One time, that was my defense. I poor, I just like you, watch, I have nothing, I just like you, boy, all I'm in the same boat.
Understood.
And what are you going to do after that?
So we...
Alright, go. What are you going to do again?
Another big thing to do is build some partnerships. Right?
Yes.
By that I mean, sometimes we are a little, we need our privacy, but we are a little too private.
Understood.
So I'm coming home from work. I touch base with my good friend. So he knows or she knows that it takes me 20 minutes to get to my location. So you invest in a partnership so that that person is keeping a tab for you. So that if you don't arrive within half an hour, it raises a red flag. Sometimes we get into vehicles and we going about our business, but no one knows where, if we go to Port of Spain, if we go shopping or what have you, right? Privacy is good, but nowadays you have to build partnerships with probably a spouse, probably a significant other, probably a good friend, so that they are sort of like our off-site monitor, right? So somebody is monitoring us, right? Somebody know where you went to. How often we find people missing and people not around, but you can't really trace, or nobody knows where last they were, right? So apart from the vigilance of cameras and so on, we can start developing those partnerships and let people know, check in with people too. Bounce a call, hey, I'm checking in, I have arrived. I text message, I've arrived home safely and things like that. So we really need to start integrating some, I should say, new habits with the technology around us. The technology could help us, definitely help us.
So what I really appreciate about what you are saying is that just understanding that it's a very holistic approach to defending ourselves, and we need to add every part of it, because the reality, and it's so very realistic, because we are not going to be able to do much when somebody comes with a gun.
Definitely.
You'll be able to do limited things when you are attacked by a group. You are one person, one female, attacked by 2 or 3 men. Because the techniques of doing like this and running, you're not going to be able to be shoving all, you don't have several hands, you don't have several legs, one knee. So there are other things to use even before.
That's right.
Because it's just not practically possible that when there are other 2-3 men trying to, one will hold you even when you get one. I have a question though. Does it make sense, and I'm not sure if, but you guys have been doing self-defense, and so it may be a question you ask. Do you show struggle? I am really asking that question. Do you show struggle? Should you just remain calm and then maybe look for an opportunity? What?
That's a very good question, right? Because if somebody, most of the time, the person who are attacking them, most times will be struggling.
Yes.
Will be overpowered, will be dominant, right? Now, if you're trained, practice what you're supposed to do as last resort. All these things are last resort. Last resort. Remember we talked about before, putting things in place, the prevention is better than, right? So this is last resort. Last resort, back against the wall, guy is stronger than you. You can't fight against him, right? You could resist. If you have your head on, you can resist for a while, which will allow him to figure that he's getting the upper hand. And then there's something called the element of surprise, which is that one technique that you use, a soft tissue area that would surprise them and leave them in a state of shock, and that would be enough time for you to get away and get assistance.
Would you ever do that if there are at least 2 people or more than one? Do you ever do that to one? Will that, not that you are a criminal and you know what they will be thinking, but if there were several, both of you have come, you all are part of, and you all are coming to attack a woman, is it making sense that she tries to do something on one? Does that make sense at all?
It all depends on the scenario, the situation. There are many different.
Okay.
We can come up with a million and one buttons.
Yes.
It all depends on the situation. It all depends on the distance. The first one is from here, the second one is from here. If you know you could run, you do something and you run. It all depends on the scenario. I can't give you an answer what to do then, because it all depends on the scenario. That has to be done on the spot itself, you know what I mean? So you have to be thinking now, you know what I mean? Okay, one across there. You're backing up, you're maintaining the distance, but you see one coming across faster than the next one. So what are you gonna do? attack that one that's going fast and bust out it, because the next one will be coming. Right? And while you're running, you're making noise and screaming and help and run in public places where you have plenty of people. Go where you have plenty of people. Don't try to run wrong and hide on it. Like, go where you have plenty of people, you know? And keep screaming, making noise and stuff like that. Raise awareness, let people know that, hey, something going on. So then, okay, now, what's going on? Just change your mind, you know what I mean? They might just change your mind and say, hey, you know, some of them might be bold still and one will say, hey, come here, girl, we're wrong to you at all.
Wow.
You know, you have some creative guys out there, so that's why you have to take now. And you have to counteract that now. You understand? So the self-defense is a whole pot. Prevention, and actually when in the situation, what you do together. So you have to be smart, you have to have a game plan. It's not like just like, you know what I mean? We're not trying to tell you to be paranoid, but at the same time, you want to be able to, you know what I mean? You want to be able to know certain things and have certain things in place and set, so that in case something happens, you know exactly what you're doing, you know? Must have a game plan, you know? Must have a game plan. Say you talk about the same thing, you're driving and you're going home. You know you're going home late at night and you're tired. So you're accustomed going there and you drive straight up and you drive up to your gate. If your gate is removed, you gotta come out to open it. You didn't check, bro. You didn't check the area good. You drive straight forward. You didn't check. You didn't say, okay, let me just make a block. Let me just pass somewhere else. Hey, I noticed that car following me. Let me turn off here again and see. I can still be highway. Let me turn here again and see. You know, before you reach home, make a couple blocks, go somewhere else before you go home.
Okay, so we understand that we need to be hyper vigilant and do all the things, and we need to practice and be aware. But what I'd like us to do, can we just do this demo again? Can we just look to see, learn those techniques? So we understand that yes, it's not going to be all the time, but when we are attacked by one person, what are the techniques again that we need to use? Block.
Right, so the attack coming, person coming in, you're gonna block. Always have block, whether it's this side block, palm, straight to the nose, right? From there, smash the ears, bring the knee up, straight to the groin, and go that way. You understand? So, one, now, I'm showing you the complete technique. You may not need all that. You might just need this, straight palm, and by the time you duck like this, you don't even need traps. Don't try to finish the technique. Every time you get them, the guy gonna attack you with intent to smack you real hard. Once you block and you do this, boom, straight to his nose, it stops him like this, instant like this. That is all you need to turn and run. That's all you need.
So the first physical technique for self-defense, you block, and then or anything.
I wouldn't call it the first physical technique. It's just a technique.
Okay, so what else? Before we go, what other techniques? What other techniques? Because we need to be ready.
There's a million and one technique. You can't. Listen, two. Okay, we did one with the choke, right? The guy grab you.
Yeah, so
right? We did the one with the hand where the guy grab you and try to pull you in.
I didn't get to do that one. Come.
Do that?
Come. I got it. Come.
Right, so the guy grab you like this and pull you, right?
I forget what I'm supposed to do. I forget.
Right, you see, if I try to pull it, come, you see, you resist, right? And then you.
I remember.
And then you pull it more force like this. Right, you see, and that's what's going on. And you let your hand go straight to the nose.
I get what. Let's do that one again. I got this one now.
Pull it like this. Right.
I can cost them.
All that is fine. All that is fine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So we
all
cost them. Right.
And as you turn, as you hit them with the palm like this, boom. Right? You go.
Yeah. Okay. Now, and the choke. I get to the choke one. First begin when you're trying to choke me. I'll block my neck.
So, right? One of the things to pay attention to when you get choked is that come on. So if you choke, push, anytime, the guy choke and push you off balance like this, that's a wrap. It's a wrap, right?
So if he push me off balance,
his thumbs will go in. Look at what I do with my legs. What I do, I balance, tuck my chin, drop your leg back and drop your weight. Right?
So don't take choke soon.
No, don't because you're exposing the neck. It'll be easier to get you. Right? So tuck, choker, tuck.
Choke.
Step back like this. Break. Let's go.
I forgot what to do.
Right, when he grabs, you're gonna come with that force. You drop your right leg back like this.
I need to relax. How are we relaxing?
Come, let's go.
Come again. And imagine I know this coming and shit is coming for you. I forget what to do again.
Stop it, chill, and go back. Look at it. Watch it again one more time. Come
Yeah,
on.
but I'm gonna say this again because I forget.
One. You do it slow first. Show coming. One. Brace. See how I brace myself here?
Oh, okay.
I brace myself, right? One more time. And show coming. One. Brace myself. Alright? No, from right here. You want to hold here. Palm. Straight inside here. See the palm?
Alright. I got this.
In that way.
I just do it slow first.
Yeah,
Oh.
slow.
I forget stuff.
Drop your right leg and break. Otherwise, if your head only go back like this. Yes.
Mom, but you're far. You're far from me.
Right.
Just use your elbow. One time, just take out my hand. One time.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So look at it. If you fall, don't freak out, right? If you fall like this, you don't freak out. Look at where my hands coming. Keep his hands here, because you want his hands here. Bring this across here, like here. See that? Answer the eye fingers, the fingers long. This is the instruction here to do this, right?
Okay.
So if you come like here, look at it.
Go.
Don't freak out. 1, 2, and go this way. Easy, right?
From here. Don't kick yet.
No, don't kick yet.
Fingers,
Fingers, just
fingers.
brush fingers across.
I reach by him, I
Just
can't
brush
see.
it across. Right, if you look down on the ground, right?
My earring, bro.
If you look down, that's exactly what I'm outside there, right? They'll grab your ears and your earrings.
So do it.
Big earrings like that, you know? They'll grab it.
Come again. Hey, let's go. This thing harder than expected, but we'll get it. We have to practice it.
Right. Hold on, don't try to catch your surprise, right? So tuck your chin,
Oh shit!
Right? That's the real. Go.
It gonna kill me.
Yeah,
Come.
tuck your chin, go.
Well, you
Right,
trying to
stop.
kill me.
Go over. Drop down. Drop your weight to the leg.
Oi!
Go.
Oh,
Boom, drop your weight.
I'm gonna flick out for long.
Right, so look at your balance. So this is what you want here. See what I mean? This is what you want. So this is here, or here, and the same hand that coming here, coming straight across here. Like this, over like this. See how it knocked that hand? Coming over like this. And turn down.
Wow.
Easy, right?
No, it's not easy.
Oh, okay.
From here, now this is fast, right?
Yeah.
Check my eyes out.
Right.
I can't click too.
You can do that another.
Come, this is real. We real now. We real. We are being real. Let's go.
Right, now you do that.
Yeah. That felt better.
You understand? So you
That felt. I am going to
right?
practice this. Who is coming to practice this with me? I am practicing this right through. Come one more time. I'm walking on the road. Minding my business, but I'm vigilant because that's what we do. We are vigilant. So I'm walking and being vigilant, checking on the scenes. I'm minding my business.
And you got it. Yeah. Good noise, good sound effect. Good sound effect, right?
Listen to me, after that it was real. Oh, it was no joking, it was real.
Good sound effect.
Listen, hopefully this don't happen in a forest and then it better happen. Listen, anybody's coming to me, please do me in public because I'm going to scream. I am ready to scream. Oh my God.
That's what it is, screaming.
So, yes, we scream it. No. Scream happens. You all, you see? Professor Kisto said screaming is a thing. I didn't just make it up.
Very good.
Woo. Okay.
Right.
We block. Hand.
Right.
Neck is to bend. Get your weight. Bring down. And wait. Kick. Always kick. Always kick.
To the groin.
Always kick.
Groin. Think about groin. Think about your target areas.
Your groin and your knee. You say your knee.
Knees. Stamp the knees. Right, straight to the knee. Don't try to kick it. Stamp the knee because the knee can only move this direction.
However,
So you want to hyperextend the knee this way. That will pop it, right?
but if you're on this side, I can't do. I'm not on the. I'm a right hander. So
That's why you have these lovely posts here. You come by the post every day.
Hey, not this post. No.
Yeah, right.
We'll go and do it at Lampo's outside, okay?
So that way you're practicing because you never know, you know what I mean? You never know. Practice with your left side and your right side. You don't have to go.
Oh, we get Professor Christo
You know,
near us every day. Every day. You know some people that can't stop.
Sorry. Right?
Okay, any other technique? So, I'm recapping this because you all are learning this just like you. So I'm recapping. First, before anything, self-defense is holistic. Always be aware of your surroundings. Like, yes, we have reason to be paranoid and hyper-vigilant now. That's just it. That's just the world we're living in, unfortunately. Whoever is going to deal with those who attack us and what is going on with their minds, why they are attacking us, that's not our call right now. But what we as women are doing, we need to. That is a part of self-defense now, okay? Great. Aware, we use our technology. I swear now, watch me when I attack your Maxi. I am on the live. Hi everybody. That's what I'm going to do now, you know. When I go in a Maxi and taxi, I go on a live. Hi everybody, how are you all today? That's my vlog now. I'm in a Maxi. You all, that's a whole new thing. Hashtag life in a Maxi. So, we're doing a vlog. Hi everybody, I'm in taxi number going there. The driver, that's him. I don't think he would appreciate it, but anyway. So we're using technology. Everybody got that message now to say how your phone could send a SOS message to. All of that. But apart from that, so all those other things that we learn to be vigilant, we now have the techniques. Block. Palm, using the heel of your palm, push the palm up to the person's nostrils, yeah? Push it up. That gives you some time. You have to block first, then push it. Then, another possible way, ouch. Hold the head together. Goes it, ow, yeah. That stings on your own ear. That's good, you know.
Cup your hands.
Cup in your hands?
So yeah, this is like you're forcing air down the
Cup. Ooh, yeah.
So?
Cup. On the person, if possible, yes? Cup. And knee to groin or kick on the stamp into the shin, stamp into the knee. What we are trying to do is really get away. Get away. Oh, and the choke one, remember? Don't let them, don't push back with the choke. Lean forward. Try to hide your neck as much as possible and then come down and try to break. Hold on to their hands. Try to break it. Okay, these are some of the techniques. Some self-defense techniques, and I am sure there are many self-defense workshops that we can go to. For instance, in Professor Kisto's Golden Eagle Martial Arts Academy, we can check them out. They're on Facebook. What's the number?
705-5312.
705-5312. We can check them. They do self-defense workshops. There are many other places doing self-defense workshops. Women, it's up to us. And we need the help of the men as well. But these are some things that we can do to help ourselves. Thank you so much. We hope that this workshop was beneficial. We learned some things. I learned some things. And I think we need to do one with law enforcement. Yes, and I want to thank everybody who was involved in making this possible. Thank those people who are in here with us and they are trying. Thank you for joining us, and thank you so much, Professor Kisto from the Golden Eagle Martial Arts